Alright, welcome back. Hope everyone's having a lovely day, a lovely night, wherever you're from. And real quick, before we get started, I want to give a lovely shout out to the channel members on this channel. So thank you so much to these lovely commanders here that you see on screen. Thank you guys so much for your guys' constant generosity and your support as always. It really means a lot to me, so thank you guys so much. And if you guys are actually interested in becoming a lovely commander yourself, if you are interested in any of these cute and lovely emotes, the loyalty crown badges, if you want a special role in the Discord, make sure to join the Discord. But as always, if you choose to do so, thank you so much. Just remember that's not the only way that you can support me. Just watching the content like you are right now is truly the best way. Liking, subscribing, and commenting, everything really does help. So thank you guys so much. And for today's video, while we're waiting for the next information for the next banner, Rappy's banner is still going on. And I really wanted to make this video talking about the Overspec Nikke situation, because I know some people are kind of worried about it, so I kind of wanted to talk about my opinion. And honestly, it's a double-edged sword, right? Because it's cool to see that we're getting new ramped up versions of the Nikkes, you know, different alts that look amazing, but at the same time, this is their way of pumping out these 1%, right? And right now, it's not that big of a deal because it was the New Year's banner, but it is going to be a problem if we start getting more 1% banners outside of events. We always know that the 1% always happen during, like, you know, the half annies, the anniversaries, and the New Year's, so that's not really a big deal. But with the amount of information we know about Overspec Nikkes, it's gonna be kind of worrisome. And let's actually break it down. So let's actually put it on screen right here. And this is back when they did the live stream for the New Year's event, and they started introducing the Overspec Nikkes. Now remember, with the whole idea that they're these like revamped, really strong, powerful units, they also brought along that 1% pilgrim rate, and that's kind of worrisome to me because we already know about a lot of Nikkes that are going to get revamped right now, right? We know about Rappy, we already have it right now, and it's fine because it works in this situation because we already knew that we were going to get a 1% banner for New Year's alongside a rerun, so that already tracks. And also, just like a kind of a warning, there's also going to be like story spoilers for chapter 34, 35, you know, the side story for Wordless, and the new event that just came out for Rappy. So you'll just be warned. That being said though, just remember that we also have the brand new Absolute squad to look forward to with a revamped version of Emma, Unwa, and Vesti. Also, if you're curious how Vesti looks like without that like cloak on, like I actually put it on screen right here, like it looks insane. It looks really good. Hoping that's the version we get, because if it's the cloaked version, that's gonna be really disappointing. Don't know how this is tactical according to Ingrid, but it is what it is. I'm not complaining, because the new Absolute squad looks absolutely phenomenal. What's interesting though is that also we're seeing these units in the story. Like if you already got Rappy, those little stories that you see in the outpost is the new versions of Absolute. So going forward, that is the canon. And it's interesting because on one hand, it's really good that they're basing it off a story, but also these banners are going to be 1% and they're also story based. So it's like, I kind of want these units because they're story based, but it sucks that it's a 1%. A lot of people don't want to pull in a 1% banner. And of course, you can have your pity, you can have all your golden tickets saved. I'm not saying you don't, you know, make sure you're smart with it. But there are a lot of banners throughout the year. And honestly, when it comes down to the banners, there's already a struggle right now between the half annies, you know, the summer events, the collabs, the anniversary events, and the New Year's. So now we're going to stack up another 1% banner somewhere in between all that. It's going to be a tough one. And I'm saying this as like pretty much a whale. You know, I don't mind, you know, buying a lot of stuff. I've bought a lot of stuff in this game, packs and stuff. I'm worried a lot about how it's going to go going forward for like dolphins or even free-to-plays or people who just buy the monthly. It's going to be tough going forward, and it's not even just Absolute Squad. Because remember during the Wordless event, we ended up seeing a new version of Mihara, and it looks absolutely amazing. Looks great. Obviously, there are a lot of story implications right now with Uni and stuff, and we're still kind of like out of the loop with that. But the biggest question mark with all of this is she also going to be a 1% banner? Is this an Overspec Nikke, or is it an alt? And what's going to happen with alts going forward? Is there going to be a difference between them? Because remember that right now, we know about how the Overspec Nikkes are going to be overpowered, but we also have alts. Someone like D-Killer Wife. We also have like the alt versions of Maiden and stuff. So are we going to continue to get alts, or are they going to be lowered more in exchange for these Overspec Nikkes? I'm hoping some of these are alts and not just Overspec Nikkes, because they look amazing, but at the same time, 1% banners are really tough. So I'm hoping that they don't overdo these 1% banners. And make no mistake, because when it comes to these 1% banners and this Overspec, the whole point is to pump out more of that so they can try to get more cash right now. As far as we're concerned, the whole Project Witches stuff is still on track for like 2027, I believe. So Nikke is their biggest moneymaker, and they are trying to get, you know, that money for the stockholders and stuff. So they're trying to figure out ways to try to pump out more cash, and this is their way of going about it, unfortunately. And story-wise, especially now with the recent hard mode, we know about Anisa's past being famous and stuff, and with the story event, how she wants to try to like go back, clear some stuff up, and it's time for her to get her little upgrade. We're probably going to be seeing another version of Anise really soon, which is probably going to be her Overspec version, and probably going to be seeing something for Neon too. So there's a lot of Nikkes already in that like either alt or Overspec that we know about, and we don't even know what's going to happen going forward, if there's going to be more or not. It's going to be interesting to see, and honestly I'm a little worried about it because I don't know how they're going to go about it, because remember, this isn't the only thing we have left. Outside of these Overspec stuff that we're worrying about, we also have the huge Evangelion collab coming back. Now for me, honestly, I'm not probably going to be pulling for like MLB like I did last time. I honestly kind of regretted it. I'm probably just going to go for one copy of each. Just go from there, because honestly, Evangelion is just not my thing personally. I know some people are really excited, but for me, I'm mostly looking forward to the Stellar Blade collab. There's a lot to break down with that, and I'm really excited for it. But we'll have to see going forward, you know, how they break down this Overspec stuff. Hopefully they don't overdo it. But that is going to be it for me. I wanted to know what your guys' thoughts are. What are your guys' opinion on this whole Overspec Nikke situation? Are you guys worried about it? Do you guys feel like they might overdo it? Are you guys cautious about it? Are you guys hopeful about it? Let me know. Always interested to see what you guys have to think about. But as always, that is going to be it for me. So I hope you guys have a lovely day, a lovely night, wherever you're from. And as always, thank you so much for the constant support. Take care and have a good one. If we get any news on the banner tonight, I will report it. So take care.